To Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. We'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touch. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing in ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because if it gets incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on fourth.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the 6 for a first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew that he had the slant throw right in behind.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Going over the top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's more. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're working that left side. Just outside the red zone. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice third down conversion.
Pulls it in. Touchdown Longhorns! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The give from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The give to the back. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Dogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Stepped in, the defense has set him up. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they got it in the red zone at the 16.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Defense showing blitz here. Oh, pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Unloads it left. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some, and he pops it up inside the 20. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
And you could see everyone on the sideline. They're pointing the other direction. You're going the wrong way. Sometimes, listen, when you scoop the ball up and you've been twisted and you've been turned, you don't know where the ball was coming from or where you were coming from. You go the wrong direction, and that right there will be a play and a clip that will be showed over and over again, and I don't think he's going to like it.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Powers through the defender. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Back to pass. It's Manning. Throwing right. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. Fighting off the defender. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I mean, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job. They continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They took it 71 yards down the field. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air, it's Stockton. He fires one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the ground, it's Frazier. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab. It's Branch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets...
Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play.
Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from this offense here. At the very end of the first half, you've got to have execution. It's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Manning. He's going up top. He's got it down the right side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a long.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
He makes a catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down. They've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. He'll try the left side. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the deep.
He wants to take the top off. And it's picked off for the third time today. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to the big tight end. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in the game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You can tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only the detail, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Defense wants to bring the heat. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows that it's going to be right. So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. These corners backing off a bit. He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving.
Touchdown, Texas! The stomping has commenced. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Number 49, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. And the returner is stopped. His drive will open from the 15. To the air. It's Stockton. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphreys. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down.
This offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's got him this time. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the court.
looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Nothing but green grass down the middle. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage too.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first.
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's a good stop for this defense. There hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Longhorns. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today. So they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the
Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. We'll see the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Working the middle, it's complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Holds and fires complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around.
Picked off in the opening drive is stuck with an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go right back to it. Got room at the 35. There he goes. Inside the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Stockton. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the outside. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch. You can tell extends to the ball. Great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. Get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Irish time to think about it. They'll open the quarter going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football. Just we're on the same page.
Texas and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. We'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. By the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They'll leave it with him. Has the first down marker and still running. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw. It's Manning. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Complete to the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's a nice looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Slants against man, that wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
From the gun, running back on the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Back to throw. It's Manning. Got his man in the middle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Here's the hit. Takes a hit as he fires.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Caught in the backfield. It's Humphreys. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for space. It's Frazier. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for once. Boom.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air. It's Manning. Back open in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Wingo. Good on the Jets. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Man, I want my running backs to pick those holes and get downhill, but there was no holes. So I just think he did the smart thing and stretched it out and ran out of bounds.
In this case, discretion was the better part of valor. It is often underrated to know when the journey is over.
Know when to hold them, know when to flip.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense.
Looking for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas.
I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's French. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Offense changing the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Frazier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Bringing the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3-and-out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 4th down, going to the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Longhorns Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Branch. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll open the second half with a run. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going. And so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Manning. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Lead down 7 here in the third quarter.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On the play. First down for the offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
With the catch, it's Bell. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they're still short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Setting up the screen, and brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Huge play here late in this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He rifles one deep down the right side. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. They need a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense set for a first down play. Handoff, keep working on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw in very small windows under duress.
The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by one possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pressure will get there. The sack down he goes in the way. That could be a costly play. Now, he's trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down advantage.
Toss to the outside. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Punch it out of the air. Oh, that may be in and then throw it into the end zone.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level.
Looking for a huge play. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. Into the end zone unimpeded. Except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He wants a big play here late. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
This defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Picked off. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's going to go down as time has run out. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much.
Stadium, better known as the Swamp. His squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. Down there and make the stop at the 19. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He's moving out of the pocket. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback snake. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulls it in. It's Branch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just no way to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF.
Catch in the middle. It's Humphreys. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you avoided the 3rd long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Looking to throw it, Stockton. Right down the middle. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense I think would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left. These receivers have to break their routes off and work with the QB to try to give him a place to go with the football. And that time just not able to give the QB anywhere to throw it.
Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him, knocked the ball on the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. They get him a rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses.
There he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Using his legs to buy some time. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot. Just couldn't come up with the completion.
Well, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. It's a connection. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses that time. They had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that...
And he watches it for the score. Touchdown, Gator. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. The kickoff unit is out there again. This crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past. But I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you play in this game, like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment, like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And some room to work. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Inside the 25. Oh, he's got some space. He'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, dog.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the move, he fires. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands of the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Catching stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires in the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here, just to soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Get it out on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. Not much running room here thanks to this senior defender. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
You get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically at play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this. You've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, now you turn the football over to the other team. Points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. They're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the second half. We're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
They've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier, had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rival.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it, going and getting it. Nice job understanding the catch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. You got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down. Catches it, passes Dixon, still on his feet.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to get outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Touchdown, Georgia. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Final play of the quarter coming. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking for a man. It's Bagway. Buys a little time. On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. They make the stop barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
14.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge game. They're set up with a first and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback was in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big loss by the QB, but still, you'd love to see that ball just go into the stands and go incomplete. If no one's open in this area of the field, just got to get rid of it.
To the air on second down. Gets away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line. And they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a drive and score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. These corners going to give them some space. Back to pass, it's Lagway. On the run, still looking. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now adjusting. Bought a little time. Lets it go. That's caught. It's Wilson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. To the air. It's Lagway. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. Breaks the ground at the 25 in this room. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Gator.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to get the extra point, make it a touchdown game, and there might be 2 more plays left. They kick off, maybe 1 more snap for the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. He's taking the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over, an absolutely heartbreaking loss. Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State, a toast to the Florida Gators who take down Georgia in this rivalry game. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So